I never imagined my marriage would come to such a cold and humiliating end. For years, I believed we were strong. We had a home, a son, and plans for the future. But looking back now, I can see all the little cracks that had been forming long before it all fell apart. It started with late nights she claimed were important meetings. Then came the business trips that seemed to happen nearly every weekend. She'd step outside to take calls, her voice low, her back turned to me. Whenever I asked if something was wrong, she would snap, accusing me of being paranoid. A part of me wanted to believe her. I kept telling myself she was under pressure, that maybe I was overanalyzing. But that gnawing feeling in my gut never disappeared. One Friday evening, she said she was meeting clients for dinner. She rushed out so quickly she forgot to turn off location, sharing on her phone. A couple of hours later, curiosity got the better of me. I opened the app. My chest tightened when I saw she was at a hotel across town. I sat frozen for almost 20 minutes, trying to convince myself there had to be some explanation. Eventually, I drove there. The whole way, I rehearsed excuses. Maybe she was meeting colleagues. Maybe it was business-related. But deep down, I already knew. I walked up to the room number on her location. My hands shook as I knocked. After a moment, the door opened. A man stood there in a shirt I instantly recognized. The same one my wife had bought as a gift for a coworker's birthday. He looked me straight in the eye, calm and uninterested, and said flatly, "She's with me now." Behind him, my wife appeared. She didn't even look embarrassed. Her face was blank, dismissive, as if I were nothing to her anymore. Something inside me broke. I didn't yell, I didn't plead. I just turned and walked away. In that instant, our marriage was finished. The next few days blurred together. I barely slept. But once the shock began to fade, a cold determination took its place. I started collecting everything: credit card statements, undelete texts, emails. I made copies of it all. When I was ready, I hired a top lawyer experienced in complicated divorces. We filed on the grounds of adultery. Weeks later, we faced each other at the settlement table. My wife and her lover walked in together, acting smug, as if they had already won. He sat across from me with the same arrogant look. But everything shifted the moment their attorney entered. He looked polished and confident until he saw me. The color drained from his face instantly. Years earlier, I had been part of an internal investigation that exposed a massive fraud at a company where he'd worked as junior counsel. My role in uncovering it nearly ended his career. He knew then he couldn't intimidate me. Their entire tone changed. They pushed for a quick, quiet deal, but my lawyer and I refused. I wasn't about to let them walk away unscathed. In the end, I kept the house and was granted full custody of my son. The court recognized how she had neglected him while chasing her affair. After the divorce, I heard she moved in with her lover, but it didn't last. He ended up cheating on her too, proving he was never the man she thought he was. Even now, some nights I think back to that hotel hallway, standing there with my heart pounding, watching her look at me like a stranger. But over time, that memory has lost its power to wound me. Because that was the moment I stopped living in denial. That was the day I started reclaiming my life. I may never understand why she chose to throw everything away. But one truth remains. I'm stronger than I ever thought I could be.